Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob from Challenge Daytona in the PTO 2020 Championship. My name is Bob Babbitt, brought to you by Captiva Spine, John Hall Chevrolet, USA Triathlon Foundation Risk Partners, and the PTO, the Pro Triathletes Organization. Our next guest, the main man. He's the CEO of Challenge North America, whose brainchild it is the Challenge Daytona, Mr. Bill Christy. Can you believe this is actually happening? What the hell?
You know, we talked about it so many months ago, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm watching the pros going around the track doing warm-ups right now.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. Here we are, and no, not really sure, but here we are, and I'm pretty fired up.
So you got $1.15 million at stake. You've got ITU world champions. You've got gold medalists. You've got Ironman world champions. You've got this. And the fact that people haven't raced all year, nobody knows who's ready for what. So you've got this amazing mishmash of personalities and athletes going at it here for over $1 million. How cool is that?
It's a slugfest for sure.
Yeah.
There's no clear indication, right? It's a slugfest.
Yeah, nobody knows who's favorite. So the whole concept, Ironman North America, obviously it starts here at Challenge Daytona. But what's the vision?
Challenge North America vision. So track-centric works for us, right? For so many reasons. One of the things we're going to prove this weekend is that we can make triathlon entertainment. We've talked about that. This has been a conversation you and I have had for years, right?
Yes.
And so this is the chance, you know, God bless the folks at PTO who are sitting over close by, that they're great partners in letting us do that with them. And so here we have the NASCAR productions team, who are going to treat this like a NASCAR race, but unique to triathlon. And if we can't make this entertainment for the average TV viewer, then boy, we missed. And I got too much faith in too many people who believe that this is going to be a historical thing, let alone a slugfest between the athletes, as you pointed out.
So it starts here at Challenge Daytona, and assuming the world gets back
to
some sense
I knew
of
it was
normalcy.
coming. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Where do you see? Obviously, you're not a one-off type of guy, right? They have NASCAR doesn't have one event in Daytona.
That's true.
They've got Daytona, and then they got events all over the country. So what's next?
All right. So you know we announced Miami.
I do. Yes.
And I think I sort of let the cat out of the bag about Watkins Glen.
Yes, which I immediately followed up and amplified.
You did. So I saw that. And so you know, we have looked at all the venues around the country, and I think it's very fair, without rocket science, to say, okay, go to the 2020 Cup Series racetracks.
Seca?
Yeah. Well, Sonoma. Look for those racetracks and look for water.
Right.
And I think probably the most important thing for us is that while, you know, Daytona is iconic, I mean, let's be fair, right?
Right.
Look at the number of spectacular road courses that are out there. Sonoma, Road Atlanta, as just a few. And you know, let's focus on Watkins Glen because clearly I'm in trouble on that one. To see the magnitude of the changes in topography on that course, the hairpin turns, the hills going down into a hairpin turn, in that beautiful, beautiful town of Watkins Glen. We are probably the most excited to test the road course component of what Challenge North America is going to be there.
The sport of triathlon itself needs, forgetting COVID, needs an injection. Needs an injection of positivity, needs an injection of new venues where you don't have to worry about blocking off roads and having partners. It seems to me that the idea of these race courses
works, right?
It works.
It works.
This isn't, while we're sitting here and you've got the best pros on the planet, this isn't just a pro-only weekend. You've got age groupers coming for sprint, Olympic, I mean, all different distances, correct?
We do 5K, 10K. I'm probably the most excited besides the pro race, and everybody, rightly so, is excited about what's going to happen on Sunday. But I'm probably going to spend the entire time of the kids' race down on the course.
Right.
You know, the number of participants we got this year is really, really exciting. So the kids' race, the 5K, the 10K, my daughter's racing in the 5K. My bride's on a relay team.
Right.
You're racing on Sunday.
I am.
So something for everybody. The fun's not going to stop. Friday night's the Pro-Am. The bidding for NASCAR Foundation was through the roof. we were really excited about the money that NASCAR Foundation was able to raise.
What'd you raise?
So last, I think it was about $7,000.
Way to go.
Right?
Yeah.
Not me. That was a total tribute to the pros and the age groupers wanting to get together in a safe and healthy way.
Right.
Clearly, we've got a lot of focus on that. But to think that entire weekend is about being able to be here, be in this venue, you look around and you don't understand the magnitude until you get here. And we've talked about that so many times. But the ability to cross over the bridge and have the restaurants right there and have the hotels right there. And yeah, track-centric works. Works for me.
Down the line, I mean, you have an infield that holds motorhomes.
Yeah.
You've got you've got hotels that are close by. How big can this event be?
Well, let's talk about this place, shall we?
Yeah.
So about 180,000 seats.
Plenty of room, yeah.
Right? And if you look at it from an IMSA, from the 24-hour endurance race standpoint, it's about 65,000 people in the infield alone. So you're talking about hundreds of thousands of people, right? How big could this event get? We are going to be interested to test that theory. We don't think that 5,000 athletes is a challenge for us, because we do a couple of things that we're lucky enough to do because of the nature of the facility. We do have to go outside, but we were fortunate enough that the sheriff, the city, the state blocks off roads for us.
Yeah.
And you know me, and we've had this conversation. You know that I lost a dear friend a couple of years ago.
Yep.
In a triathlon. And I swore I'd never, ever race a race that I felt unsafe in, or be associated with a race that I couldn't protect the athletes.
Right.
So here we are, and in this model, right, the one that you're pushing me on, we can continue to do that.
Yeah.
Right? We can continue to keep our people safe. So how big can it get? Boy, I don't know. We're going to have to test that one.
I mean, this venue with potentially people coming in on Wednesday or Thursday and camping and music and the whole concept of a tri-festival, which I know is what you're thinking.
It
because
is.
That's what this is.
It is.
What this venue was built for.
It is.
That could revolutionize our sport and change it in a lot of different ways.
If we did it right, we'd have a marathon. If
Yes.
we did it right, we'd have a bass fishing tournament, because that lake is full of bass. If we did it right, we would have a music component.
Yep.
So we've got nothing but opportunity to grow. And it might be more than a weekend. You're right. We've been asked the question. Yeah.
It's a full week.
Yeah.
I mean, really, what this reminds me of, obviously, 10 times the possibilities, is Wildflower was this festival of stuff. And that happened and started on Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And this has obviously more opportunities because it's already here.
That's a hell of a compliment, Bob. I mean, that's a comparison I'd like to live all day long.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're excited about that.
Love that. And the PTO, obviously, the partnership where they bring in the best athletes on the planet and 1.15 million. And just seeing how they've stepped up in the toughest of times to create a maternity program for pros, to be able to support them by paying them when there's no racing. How important has that been just to for the perception of what you're doing for Challenge North America?
Well, you know deep in your heart, having come from that world, that my goal has always been, I felt as though the athletes were undercompensated.
Right.
And how can we teach you to be NASCAR drivers so you can push the envelope, meet your fans, engage with your fans? And when I had a chance to meet Sam and Charles, and their goals were, hey, we believe this too, and we believe this should be a TV event. That wasn't rocket science for the three of us to say this can work. So how important? Change the game.
Yeah.
Flat out change the game.
TV? What are you thinking?
So not been announced yet. The deal will be announced, I think, in the coming couple of days.
Yeah.
Major broadcast network. Reach into over 100, and believe, I know the number's over 150 countries with a cut-down product.
Yes.
It's going to be produced as a live product, as if it were a NASCAR race. The NASCAR production folks are treating this as if it was just another race to them. They have spent the time to learn triathlon, which is pretty amazing to me, that they have dug that deep. Some of the sessions that we've been in, they've compared other races in the past, and why would they have done that? And why would they have done this when we could have done that? And it's resources, it's experience, And when you look at the success of that crowd, and I'll brag about them because they won't, but members of that team have a number of Emmy Awards.
Oh, yeah.
And when you see that kind of professionalism, they're gracious to treat me like, okay, I get to
humor you.
Yeah, I get to ask stupid questions, right?
Yeah.
So Sam's not far from me here, and I've told Sam a number of times that we've been on a call, and I said, did I hear that right? So we've had quite a bit of fun, but we're really excited about the TV product that's going to come out. Yes, it's going to have all those things that we promised. We are going to have footage off the bikes. We are going to have pointers in the air. We're going to have real-time data, interaction, all of those things that we wanted this to be to make it entertaining. Because in the end of the day, we want some type of an athlete. And I don't care if you're a golfer. I don't care if you're a swimmer. I don't care what it is, to go by and say, wow, what is that? And to stop.
Right.
And with the reach we've got through the major broadcast connection that we were lucky enough to be partners with, they get it.
Yeah.
So we're talking about off to the races.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, always a pleasure, Bill. Love being at your humble little abode here. Yeah. We can't wait for the weekend. It's going to be so much fun.
We're going to have a good time, and thank you guys for being here. It's always a pleasure. Love having you.
Bill Christy has been our guest. This is his event, Challenge Daytona. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will be right